Welcome Libra, this is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your 3-month third quarter reading for 2022. I've laid out the cards for July, August, and September, and I will clarify with the African Tarot and pull an oracle card. I want to emphasize that these readings are general. This is for anyone with a Libra placement, anyone in general, but consulting your sun, moon, and rising sign is probably the best solid strategy for getting the messages that you receive. And when astrological information is conveyed, it is important that you consult your rising sign primarily, because that's the basis on which the location of planets is determined. So in general, I hope that's helpful. I experiment with my sun, moon, and rising sign and often find that my rising sign is more true at times than my sun sign. At other times, my moon sign can be the most helpful. So because there is a lot of information about full moons and new moons in this reading, I will be posting this video on the end screens of July, August, and September readings for your ongoing reference, so you can consult it as needed. I'm hoping that if you enjoy this reading, if you like my style, that you'll like and subscribe to my videos. If you so please, I really enjoy the comments that I receive, and I thank all of you for supporting me in whatever ways that you do. The card that I've pulled for your overall energy, Libra, is the Sun. The Sun, as we know, is the fuel of our lives. It's the fuel of life. It is our happiness. When the Sun card shows up, we are in the act of pursuing those things that feel good to us, that come naturally to us, much as a child naturally gravitates to certain skills, interests, people, places. This is important information for you at this time, to cultivate that innocence and that ease and flow of pleasure in all aspects of your life. So you are capable, through your ability to relax, to be joyful, to take joy and make work into play. This is uplifting your entire family, your friends, your community, your work, so that you are, in a sense, lightening the load for all involved. The general energy for July is the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is letting me know that the overall energy for July will be your ability and willingness to open your heart. With the sun beaming down on you through the third quarter, this is relaxing you. It's lowering your defenses. It's allowing you to open your heart up, to be a beginner, to not have the answers, but to show up in sincerity, in joyfulness, so that you are able to release your powerful imagination, to lighten and clarify things for yourself and for others. So this is a period of enlightenment, this opening, this relaxation into who you are, and the receipt and giving of love and attention and support. The full moon in Capricorn shows us the King of Cups. The new moon in Cancer shows me the new moon in Cancer is in the middle of the month of July. So in the beginning of the month, the King of Cups is indicating your tremendous emotional maturity. This is you recognizing your ability to begin in truly opening up to who you are and the amazing gifts that you've been given, the pleasure that you receive. And the King indicates your transformation, your ability to take not only the pleasant experiences, but to really own and hold the experiences that didn't feel well, that didn't feel good, and to enlighten those, to transform those within yourself so that your story of triumph, your story of resilience, what you've learned from the challenges you face can be shared with others. It's important that you recognize the support that others need, the care that you can give simply by displaying your vulnerability, a time when you had a challenge that they could learn from, that you could share, and the peace that this ability to understand that all lessons have gold, have gifts, is what provides this sense of poise and maturity and magnetizes others to you. The Knight of Wands is giving you a different kind of energy towards the middle of July, and this is where you are exploring all the options that are available for you to grow and expand. This can be relevant to your business. This sees you either growing the business that you're involved in, growing an area of knowledge and expertise, ways to expand on that. It also shows you exploring new options, perhaps recognizing that your pleasure, your joy, your creativity can blossom in ways that are unfamiliar to you, in unfamiliar environments. In the month of August, the overall energy is the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords is showing me your attempt in August to truly understand the changes that are necessary for you to implement. This ability to open up, to explore, to target pleasure and happiness is helping you to understand the changes that need to be made, not only in your environment, but in the way that you think. What are the new ideas that you are in receipt of? What are alternative ways of making changes within and without? And this can be in a place where you must be a part of a conversation around change, where you may be actually a facilitator of a conversation or a strategy, an implementation of some new regime, new reforms, new rules, ways in which you're experimenting with doing things differently that can naturally cause a lot of tension and a lot of chaos when change is not a medium that people are generally comfortable with, particularly if it is imposed from the outside. This is your way to allow your team to integrate with changes that are being made, have a say in the changes that are being made while you field the anxieties, the concerns, and the new ideas of everyone involved. The full moon in Aquarius in the beginning of August shows us the Strength card, and the new moon in Leo in the middle of the month shows us the High Priestess. So this desire in August for you to implement, make changes, think differently, receive new information is supported deeply by your own efforts to learn more about who you are, by pursuing this happiness, by centering yourself in pleasure, in joy, in gratitude. You are tapping into a deep well of self-knowledge that is available to you. In the beginning of the month, your focus on happiness allows you to be resilient, to transform difficulties and to rise above them, to support others to do the same through the model of your behavior. But at the same time that that's occurring, particularly in the middle of August, you are going to take great counsel in your own ability to access your memories, your history, your cultural heritage, relatives, ancestors who are available to you at some level with information about your purpose, the path you're on, your strengths and your weakness. So this is a time when you're confirming that you are on a path that is opening out who you are and making it available selectively to others. In September, your overall energy is the Tower. At the new moon in Pisces, the full moon in Pisces in September, it begins in the 1st of September. We have the 10 of Pentacles, and in the new moon in Virgo, we have the 10 of Wands. So the change that you're implementing right in the center of your reading, in a way, it's a key that the sun is shedding light on. The sun is giving you the courage to not only make these changes, understand the changes that need to be made within, but to make the changes on behalf of your community, your team. The Tower in September is indicating that there is new information. Your intuition is on fire here, Libra. You are receiving new information, or you are in receipt of events or news messages that are disruptive to your environment. The disruption that you may be experiencing in September is essentially fueling the changes that you want to make. Tens are always changes. 10 is the first double-digit number on our numerical scale, and it reduces to 1. So through these portals, you are actually moving to another level. This is another level of achievement. In September, you are focused firmly on legacy, the creation of an inheritance, as you participate in this cultural inheritance, cultural memory, referencing those traditions that you've experienced, that you have benefited from in this life, and for many of you, many other lives in the past. That is accumulated wisdom and knowledge, and the memories that the High Priestess can access, does contain, does hold. This hidden knowledge is what the Fool takes with him when he goes on his new journey in alignment with the sun. So you are at a place of achievement, of completion of a cycle, not only in your material experience, but in your career as well, where you are working incredibly hard. You've made a complete investment into this transition for this organization, for yourself, this ability to build this material inheritance. It need not be a legacy of money, which is what we so often think of when we think of inheritance or a legacy. It is more about all the ways in which we inherit the strengths, the knowledge, the gifts of our ancestors, those that came before us, and the efforts they made to create the opportunities that we can experience today. As you participate in that legacy, you are too creating that for generations moving forward beyond you. The 10 of Wands is a slight caution that you are not only completing a creative cycle at work, a business cycle, the end of a career level. You are looking to a new level of accomplishment or achievement, and this goes very much in line with in July's energy, where you're exploring other ways of doing things, other ways of expanding and growing your expertise. I'm going to clarify the 5 of Swords in the middle of the reading with the Queen of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. This is really confirming where we started in the beginning. Not only is a divine couple showing up, the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, but as you assume your own emotional mastery, you are also developing your own ability to manage the emotions, to determine and motivate those around you. You're able to support others through your ability to identify their needs and minister to those. You are, as the king, showing through your experience, through your behavior, through your actions, your own vulnerability, the thing that is supposed to make you weak, but it's in fact the thing that makes you beautiful. The Wheel of Fortune is also saying that where this behavior may have been seen as a weakness in the past by others, may have been preyed upon, this sympathy, this desire for balance and harmony, to tend to the needs of others, to care, has often been received with malintent by others, perhaps has been seen as a laughable insecurity or weakness. Being kind as a weakness is something you may have experienced in the past in community. At this time, the universe, in recognition of your deep capacity for empathy, for the plight of others, for the needs of others, your willingness to support them at their lowest, at what they feel is their lowest, is now being received with great favor by the universe. Your instances of help and kindness are actually being rewarded by the universe, and you are making way to receive that same attention, that same care, that same assistance in your own life. I'm going to clarify this reading, Libra, with an oracle card from the Language of Flowers and the Crystal Oracle, and there falls the Peony card. The key word is health. Focus on all parts to make the whole. There really is a strong sense here of going full circle. And this really does reflect upon the sun. It's mirrored by the Wheel of Fortune card here. The whole, focusing on all parts to make the whole, is very much about that karma. What has been given will be received. And finally, the peony is one of my favorite flowers. It's a rare flower for me, and the mantra of health is critical at every level to spirit, mind, and body. So with that blessing, Libra, I thank you for your time and attention, and until next time, Namaste.